Hey guys. Um, if you noticed, I may have disappeared for a little while, but hope everybody had a good full moon. I had a pretty shitty couple weeks, which is the point to my video is Lightworkers and dealing with darkness, because that is what we do. I had a dream a few weeks ago about my death, and I traveled to the future and I saw how me having committed suicide in 2023, how my death affects my twin flame. I don't know why I do it, but basically he lives the rest of his life filled with guilt and remorse and never loves again. That kind of fucked with me. But I got psychically attacked after that, because as light workers, we are targets. Negative entities are very much attracted to our light, and when there's a crack, like, a negative emotion, it leaves us very susceptible to being attacked. And I spent over a week not getting out of bed. Like, it was pretty fucking rough. And as light workers, we're pretty damn resilient and strong. I never considered myself particularly strong because, I've always been pretty fucking emotional. I've always dealt with some pretty strong emotions and gone through some pretty rough times. But I don't think any normal person could have handled all the shit, all the dark shit that I have been through and still be a happy and light person. Like, it takes a lot of strength and courage to continue holding the light and carrying love in your heart when you have been through the fucking shit. Like, dragged through the mud, just beaten down, and still get up and dust yourself off and keep going. That is what a light worker is. We have strength. We have resilience. We can just overcome any fucking challenge, and that makes us targets to darker forces because they don't want us to carry the light, and we very much need to, because there's a lot of darkness in this world, and without people carrying the light, we wouldn't get very far. We wouldn't. We need people that live from the heart, that follow their heart to lead the rest into a better world. Like, if we, leave the darker forces, shadow government and all that, to continue on the way they're going, we will be enslaved. And You know how a lot of the spiritual community is all love and light and, no bad vibes, and they act like there's absolutely no darkness. And I'm sorry, that's not a fucking light worker. Like, there is some deep shit. And you're not doing anything if you're avoiding the darkness. You're not carrying any fucking light to anything, because if you don't know what the darkness is, how the hell can you transmute it? You have to know what it is. You have to have seen it and been through it and healed from it and been able to shield yourself from it. Or how are you going to help anybody if you don't know what darkness is? Because I'm sorry, it's just not normal. Well, I can't say normal, but it's not healthy to always be on the side of the light, because you can't help anybody if you don't know what the fuck the dark is. So I'm still kind of struggling with protecting myself against this, because I didn't even know I had something attached to me. But I just went into this deep dark hole. And it's, my mom's like, let me sage you. And I'm like, no. Took off all my jewelry, threw this bitch across the room. I'm surprised it didn't break. I should have known right there, because I never take my rings off. I should have known that something was attached to me, but I didn't. My friend was sending me healing, which, thank God for that. She helped me a lot. I don't know if I would have gotten out of that shit without her. But, yeah. So, you have to learn how to tell the difference between what is you and what is something else. I didn't know at first that something was attacking me, and it's hard. Most people, would think I'm fucking crazy. Think this kind of subject is crazy, entities and demonic forces and all that. When I posted my one video on the dark entities, I posted it in a few, shamanic groups and spiritual groups, and there were some people like, oh, you're just making excuses, and, the devil made me do it. And fuck you. If you've never experienced it, don't fucking comment on it, because you don't know. That shit is real. There is a difference. When I was a little kid, my brother used to steal candy from the corner store. And we'd say, oh, the devil made me do it. No, that was us. There's a difference in me consciously doing something that's bad, and then something that is controlling my thoughts and emotions to, no matter what I do, I can't stop it. There's a fucking difference. And if you've ever experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. Because I don't take my jewelry off. I would never throw this across the room. But I did. And why the hell would I say no to being saged when I know that would help me? Because that would have helped me. So you have to question when you're having negative thoughts and emotions, is it really yours? You have to be able to discern. And then you can protect yourself. And the more you protect yourself and are able to put up those walls so that they can't penetrate it, the less they'll bother you. But recently, they've been fucking attacking the shit out of me, so I need to come up with more protections. Which is why I'm making this video, so maybe, it helps somebody out there that it's not always you. If you carry the light, then they're going to be very attracted to you, and they're going to want to take you down. And you can't just walk away from the battle. A lot of people in the spiritual community that are all love and light, are kind of pacifists. I've said this before. But you know what? Angels and most of the deities, they were fucking warriors. They were badass fucking warriors. And that is what we are. We're spiritual warriors. So we can't just walk away from this shit. We can't just lay down and, let us be run over. You gotta fight. You gotta have a fucking warrior spirit. And you gotta fight that shit off. And you have to fight for the collective. You have to fight for the world. Because that shit is trying to take over. So we have to stand up. That is what a light worker does. They fight the fucking darkness. They heal others from the darkness. They carry others. They, help others. We help the fucking world. Our light, our love is what heals, is what transcends this evil fucking world. This 3D bullshit. We need to keep our vibrations high, which is very hard to do when you have shit that keeps attacking you. Trust me, that shit is fucking hard. But you have to be aware. You have to be aware that it exists, that it wants to take you out. So you have to protect yourself. You have to be aware of it. You have to learn. You have to not be prideful and deny its existence. And you just have to be aware. I mean, you have to trust that, your light can overcome it. I know it's hard when you're in it, but, I was just talking to my friend about, calling on deities and invoking. So I've never tried it, but maybe when you're in it, calling on, the angels or Jesus or whatever deity, I don't know, I might try that. If anybody has any, advice or opinion on that, let me know. But, anyways, I hope everybody is doing okay, and have a good night. The universe loves you. I love you.